Hi, just wondering if I'll be able to record out here in the rain, at least the introduction. I'm recording this on April 5th, 2020. The current worldwide coronavirus pandemic has created extreme stress for all of us. Indeed, adults of all ages and children are feeling the pressures of social distancing, isolation, and working and learning from home. And of course, there's fear of illness for ourselves and our family members who are with us and far away where we can't help them. Tolerance and patience, like so many other things, are in short supply right now, and learning curves are extremely steep as each of us navigates new waters in these areas. Stay with me for a short introduction to progressive muscle relaxation as a means for achieving a calmer state, reduction in body aches associated with stress, and more ease in falling asleep and staying asleep. Stay with me. Many of us experience these stressors as muscle tightness and soreness, or all over achiness, maybe eye and facial tension, hot spots on joints, elevated heart rate, sleeplessness, and an overall sense of dis-ease. Progressive muscle relaxation is a simple, fast, and effective and scientifically proven tool that can help with all of these. Originally developed by Edmund Jacobson, progressive muscle relaxation employs sequential tensing and relaxing of major skeletal muscles. Jacobson's 1938 research and the original protocol that emerged from that called for sequential relaxation of 16 muscle groups. And then later, the well-known behaviorist Joseph Volpe in 1948 developed an abbreviated technique of relaxing 7 muscle groups. The essence of the technique is the comparison between tension and relaxation. And in a normal world, we would feel this as we go throughout our day. We might have some stressful things happening at work, and then we relax over a cup of coffee or chat with a friend, and then we're stressed out again, and then we relax. So we experience this natural back and forth throughout our day. But right now, with everything that's going on, it's hard to find relaxation. So as the mind begins to notice this distinction between stress and non-stress, tension and non-tension, and we come to understand our power in controlling tension and relaxation, we begin to master our sympathetic and parasympathetic responses. In other words, we begin to control our ability to invoke a relaxation response, something that is completely within our control if we're trained in how to do it. The relaxation response is the major inhibitor of anxiety. So practicing progressive muscle relaxation is an effective means to intervene before stress turns to anxious thoughts and the many pains and eventually illness that result. Not only is it a cure, but it is also a prevention. As we get better and better at this skill, we find we have less stress overall. In this talk, I'll review a few of the studies using progressive muscle relaxation and then end with a few recommendations on doing it at home. Because right now we are all at home. We are doing the one thing that we have control over. We are keeping ourselves and others safe by staying home. So, In 2010, Demirel conducted a clinical trial with breast cancer patients, and we know that they are very stressed out because they're not well. 27 women in this group were tested in this study. They were at particular risk of stress and anxiety because of their condition. The study group reported better sleep quality and less fatigue than the control group. In 1991, Holland and colleagues conducted a large study, larger than the previous one, 147 subjects in this, with patients suffering from anxiety and depression. In this randomized control study, one group received drug treatments and the other group underwent training in progressive muscle relaxation, doing it at home. While the drug group obtained faster results, the progressive muscle relaxation group achieved a greater reduction in symptoms. So it's obviously very effective. Chung and colleagues conducted a randomized trial among colorectal cancer surgery patients, a group of 59 individuals. Those who received training in progressive muscle relaxation reported decreased anxiety and improved quality of life as compared to control groups. If these groups, clearly stressed, can find relief with progressive muscle relaxation, so can we as we continue our stay-at-home journey through COVID-19. Progressive muscle relaxation can be provided by a trained professional, such as a physician or a psychologist, such as myself, a nurse or a hypnotherapist, a biofeedback specialist, a yoga instructor, a massage therapist, or a recorded CD. Or you can master it completely on your own once you learn the steps. Obviously, during a pandemic, we're not going to visit anyone's office. It's just not going to happen. It's not on the calendar. So I do suggest a shelter-in-place plan for progressive muscle relaxation. I'll provide the steps here for you today, and then 2 alternatives in case you need support going forward. So, here are the steps in progressive muscle relaxation. Number 1, assume a comfortable posture. You want to find a place where you're not going to be disturbed. Now that's easier today than it used to be, but some of us do have family members and pets at home with us and phones that buzz and ring. So you want to control all of that to the best of your ability. You might lie down or sit comfortably somewhere. Whenever I do this, I lie down because I frequently find myself in a short cat nap when I do it. Loosen any tight-fitting clothing. Close your eyes and be still. Make sure that you're covered if you might get cold, or cool enough if you might get hot. Step 2. Assume a passive and calm attitude. This can be difficult, so you really want to try to free yourself from any thoughts of control over what's happening. You just want to let go. And this is where the breath work that we talked about 2 Sundays ago, and I'll put a link right here, is going to help you. So a couple of deep breaths. Let thoughts of other things float out of your mind. Don't try to shut them out, just let them float through. Step 3. Tense and relax each muscle group as follows. And this is really multi-stepped because we're going to talk about each muscle group now. So you'll start with the forehead. You're going to wrinkle your forehead and then try to bring your eyebrows together. Hold to a count of 7 and then relax again. Notice the tension and the relaxation. The tension and the relaxation. And then we'll do our eyes. Close your eyes as tightly as you can. Hold to the count of 7 and then relax again. And each of these you might repeat several times. Now we'll do the mouth. Draw the centers of your mouth back into a grimace. Hold to the count of 7 and then relax. Again, repeat several times, noticing each time the tension and the relaxation. The tension and the relaxation. And then your neck, which is a big spot for tension. I know I've been feeling it lately myself. Press your chin to your chest. Hold to the count of 7. Relax. Now press your head back into the pillow or chair. If you're sitting, hold to the count of 7 and relax. Again, repeat this several times, noticing the tension and relaxation. The tension and the relaxation. Next, the hands. And I know for me, I find I frequently am just, my hands are tense. They're either out like this or they're like this or in some strange tense position. So you're going to clench your fist tightly, hold to the count of 7 and relax. That's the protocol. For me, I also extend, hyperextend to the count of 7 and then relax. So I do it both ways, back and forth. Again, repeating several times. And then next are the forearms, one and then the other. Tighten and hold your forearms. Hold, this is easily done. Hold to the count of 7. Relax and repeat, noticing the tension and the relaxation. And then the upper arms. First one, then the other. Tense the biceps. Hold to the count of 7 and relax. Again, repeating several times. And then the shoulders. You will shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Hold to the count of 7 and then relax and repeat. Again, noticing the tension and the relaxation. And then the back. And you will arch your back off the bed or chair if you're sitting. Hold to the count of 7 and relax. I know for me the back, the neck, the back are areas of holding quite a lot of tension. And then the stomach. You will tighten your stomach muscles to the best of your ability. Hold to the count of 7 and relax. Again, tighten as tight as you can and then relax. And then the hips and the buttocks. Tighten your hips and buttock muscles. Hold to the count of 7 and then relax. Tighten, hold to the count of 7 and then relax. And then your thighs. You will tighten the thigh muscles by pressing your legs together as tightly as you can for 7 seconds and then relax. Repeat. And then the feet, one and then the other. You will flex your foot toward your head, hold to the count of 7 and then relax. And then you will extend your foot away from your head to the count of 7 and then you will relax. Repeat several times and then do the other foot. So those are the muscle groups. And then step 4 is to focus on any muscles which are tense. You will tighten and relax that specific muscle 3 to 4 times. Tighten, relax, really focusing on the difference between tightness, the tension, and the relaxation. Then step 5, finally. Just notice that feeling of relaxation. Notice how amazing it feels. Notice how much better you feel. Don't cast your mind back to how you felt before, but just notice how you feel right now. how good it feels. And as you do this, set a time in your mind when you're going to repeat this exercise. Notice that it didn't take that long and that you feel amazing. And set a time, whether it doesn't have to be in a precise time. If you do this first in the morning, say to yourself, I'm going to do this tonight when I go to sleep. If you do it as you drift off to sleep, then say to yourself, I'm going to do this after I have lunch tomorrow. Whatever it is, set a time so that you have that to look forward to in the future. If you find that you need more guidance than the steps I've provided here, I highly recommend one link, and I've put it in the description box. It is Dr. Robert Saper at Boston Medical. I find this to be, there might be some other links that are more frou-frou. They might have some better music or whatever going on with them, but I find this to be a very professional link. I feel like it's very well done. So I've put a description or a link in the description box for you here. And if you require face-to-face contact when you do this, I offer behavioral health video sessions on a HIPAA secure platform that I've used for a few years now. This is not new to me. And my rate is ridiculously low right now due to extreme financial pressures faced by many of us at this time. So just email me. I have put my email address in the link as well, and we'll set up a time when we can either talk more about this or I can take you through a progressive muscle relaxation so that you really experience it. So I sincerely hope that this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for my midweek sneak peek. I think next week I am going to talk about avoiding boredom and just how to stay busy in a time when there's not a lot of space or people to help us stay busy. So, and also maybe a few words about the challenges of working from home and maybe having kids also working from home. So I think avoiding boredom is going to be the topic of next Sunday's talk, but I'll see you Wednesday with more on that. Until then, stay safe.